time, not mock draft time. This is a real live auction draft for a league with you, the followers and subscribers of the Fantasy Football Show at TheFantasyFootballShow.com. You can find me over at SleeperU.com. If you want bold predictions, rankings, make sure you get over to SleeperU.com. And then, of course, The Fantasy Football Show here on YouTube. We're ready to draft. It's draft day. It's draft night. And we're drafting in 6 minutes. I want to make sure everybody's here and logged in. I'm going to switch over to split screen here so you guys can see. Let's get myself out of the way here and placed in a good spot. And let's get to it. So let me move everything around a little bit. And we are almost ready. Let's see, I can close that out. All right, who's ready to mock draft? Or mock draft. Live draft. I'm so used to doing mock drafts. What's going on, Randy? What's up, Sand? What's up, Colton? What's up, Elijah? What's up, Rich? It's draft night, baby. Auction style. A little weird how everybody doesn't love auctions as much. It looks like we got 2 teams not in here. Everybody else is in here already. Oliver's here. Vegas is in here. Vegas is on deck, or on. He's going to be on the clock here in 4 minutes to nominate somebody. What's up, Oliver? So we need Team Montoya and Team Murray to check in. So hopefully we will see those peeps jump in. Let me just make sure. I'm going to check a couple things on Instagram, make sure I'm not getting DM'd like, hey, I'm not coming, I'm not going to be there, Smitty. And then I'm going to be like, 4 minutes, Murray. 4 minutes. It's draft night, baby. Let's go live on Instagram and tell people to get on over here. Murray's typing me right now on Instagram. If you aren't following me on Instagram, go to Instagram.com/TheFantasyFootballShow or search for me there. And 3 minutes away from the opening nomination and $200, just so everybody knows. Hopefully you're all listening to the details of this. Okay, so here are the details to the draft. What's up, Matthew? What are my thoughts? I have to go over some of that in a second. I got to go over. We got 3 minutes, so sorry. I'll answer as much as I can during the draft. This is going to be 1 QB, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex, 1 tight end, no kicker, no D, and 6 bench spots. Waivers will be first come, first serve, always. I have too many things to worry about with all the different leagues I do to worry about waivers and all these different commissioning type things. So I'm going to make this as simple as possible. Waivers are first come, first serve. Early bird gets the worm. Whoever's on the news wire the most is going to benefit, and that's fine. I actually like that. And I'm a busy guy, so you might actually take advantage of me on the waiver wire this year. We'll see. We'll see how excited I get about my team. Other important things. We usually do head-to-head in fantasy football, right? Back in the day, we used to do total point races where you had matchups as well. This is going to be old school. We have 2 divisions. I couldn't divide it up. ESPN wouldn't let me, but the divisions don't matter. We have 2 divisions. It's a total point race through week 16. So at week 16's end, whoever is the total point leader wins the championship in this league. There's no matchups. The matchups might be there by default. They'll still be fun to track and follow. The records will be fun to know. So we do have those divisions, but it is a total points race only. I repeat, no Super Bowl winner. Total points race only to week 16. First come, first serve waivers always. I'm pretty sure that you can even pick up a guy during the week, but he'll be locked into your lineup if you had started him. So it's going to be like during the game, I think you can pick up a guy. We'll have to see how that works because I set it that way, and it's going to be trial and error for us, so give me a break on that one. Scorings PPR, pretty standard, but 6 points per passing TD instead of 4. That will be the big difference in this league. Everything else is about normal for PPR. So it's PPR scoring. It's 6 points per TD, including the QBs. Everything else is relatively normal. So we're 43 seconds away from this draft kicking off. I'm excited. I don't know if you're excited. Make sure you know all that. Hopefully you were here to listen. I instructed everybody to be here on time. Smash that thumbs up on your way in. And let's get to it. 25 seconds left until the nomination by Vegas. This, if you don't know, is a followers and subscribers league. So it's 11 of the Fantasy Football Show followers or subscribers against me. Not everybody against me, but I mean, we're all battling it out. Thank you, Grant. And it's going to be hard to answer some of the questions during this. I'll do my best, but it's going to be pretty tough. Or to take Monty. Okay, so first up is Zeke Elliott. Got to move myself out of the way there. So we each have $200 to build our teams. I believe you have to have $1 remaining for every player. So Team Montoya is not showing up. That's a little disappointing, Team Montoya. I don't know where he's at. Zeke Elliott going for $77 out of 200, which is a pretty high amount. Zeke going for 77. Zeke going for 70. Well, 77 now. No problem. Thanks, JC. Glad to have you. I won't be able to read a lot of the questions in this one, guys. $77 Zeke Elliott goes to. Let me see if I can switch this over. Oliver's up to nominate. And let me select this by player so you guys can see who's been auctioned off. Okay, Todd Gurley's up for bid, $48. 48's the current bid. Todd Gurley, 9 seconds left, 8 seconds left at $53. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Bid, upbid by, who was that? Team Montoya? Who is on auto. Team Montoya, how can you be on auto, my friend? I mean, that he's not here. Team Montoya. Todd Gurley, $65 going once, going twice, sold. And where am I going to put myself? I'll put myself over my roster. You guys don't need to see my roster yet. So Todd Gurley just went off the board. Now, who is up now? Team. Whoa. Hold on a second, guys. Oh, no. Hold on one second. Oh, man. I got a Apple freaking update sitting right in front of my screen here. Hold on one second. What is going on here? Why can't I get to this alert? I can't get to it. It's showing on my screen. This is annoying. Hold on a second. I gotta minimize everything. What is going on here? Not now. Damn you. Bear with me, guys. Goodness gracious. That was like the worst timing Apple update ever. Devontae Adams. If you missed that, sorry about that, guys. Let's get back to the draft. I had a freaking Apple alert that was like behind all of my windows and I couldn't get to it. So David Johnson went for 62. I missed out on that bidding. Devontae Adams is up. What an awful timing for a like default like can't get to alert on my screen. Unbelievable. All right, Devontae Adams, $65 going once. Nope, up bid to 67. So far, Ezekiel Elliott, 77. Todd Gurley, 65. David Johnson, 62. Sorry again about that. I was trying to get that off the screen. I couldn't get to it. It was like a window that was behind every single screen I had up. Perfect timing. Ballers Todd is up for nomination. So, as you can see, Devontae Adams went for 68, David Johnson 62, Todd Gurley 65, Zeke Elliott went for 77. And now Team Todd is nominating a player as we speak. Travis Kelce has been nominated. Travis Kelce's off the board and on the bidding block. $41 immediately. $41, 13 seconds left. 9 seconds left. 8 seconds left. 46 is the upbid. Not now, is he? I know, savvy. Not now is the option. I was trying. I couldn't. The funny thing is that window was... Okay, so I have my split screen here. That alert box was not on the window. It was being shown on my split screen, even though it wasn't on my split screen because it was an Apple command. Travis Kelce, $48. So I had to go through all three of my screens to find where that alert was. It's freaking ridiculous. Alvin Kamara on the chopping block. That is a pretty penny. That is a pretty penny. $84 for Alvin Kamara. Going once, going twice. Alvin Kamara sold for $84. That is a lot of cash. Not saying he's not worth it, but that is a lot of cash. Eric, I can't. I'm going through a draft, bro. I'm sorry. I've got to not only commentate on every pick as I go, I got to be prepared. So, unfortunately, I can't scroll through the comments. I'll try and see if I see a comment and I have a second, I can repeat it and then answer your question. But Barkley, $54, 8 seconds left. Saquon Barkley, $64. Saquon Barkley, $65. $66. Saquon Barkley, $69. $70. $71. $73. Saquon Barkley, $73. Sold. Not bad considering Zeke went for 77 and Alvin Kamara went for 84. That's $11 cheaper. Yeah, I guess. Who am I nominating? I'm up. I'm nominating. So let's go McCaffrey. Why not, right? Christian McCaffrey immediately to $76. This is PPR. Ladies and gentlemen, $82. He's already at $82. That is a lot. Wow. $82. 47 people in the room. Please hit that thumbs up. We only have 11 thumbs up. If I'm adding value to your night at all, hit that thumbs up for me, and I appreciate it. Wow. Christian McCaffrey, $82. Saquon Barkley, $73. That's quite a bit cheaper. Kamara, $84. We'll see what's up now with Love Bell up. It's amazing if he... I feel like there's some overspending going on, but anytime you think that's happening, it doesn't necessarily mean. 4 seconds left, $58 going once, going twice, $59. Whenever you think overspending is going on, it doesn't always play out well that you wait for your player. $59 for Lev Bell, going once, going twice. Lev Bell sold for $59. DeAndre Hopkins is on the block. What's up, David? So I have to say, Kelsey at 48 seems, all these guys seem very costly. You got to think at some point people are going to run out of coin. Jason says, I'm not adding value, Bubba. I think he's referring to me. Sorry, Jason. Hopkins going once, going twice. Nope. $73. That's a pretty penny. I feel like, how can everybody not run out of money? But we have Team 1 is 152 spent. Team 2, 140, 1 spent. $70 spent by Team Murray. Murray's at a movie, right, Murray? So you're just going to drop everything on 2 players and leave? I think I see your plan. I know what you're doing. Compared to how in the past, yeah. This is an interesting draft. So, Mike Thomas is on the board. It's hard to do some commentating, guys, or answer questions, so I apologize. Auctions are so much more chaotic, so it's hard to, like, with a snake draft, at least you can talk in between, but, like, with an auction, you're involved in every pick. Mike Thomas, I just feel like everybody's spending so much that, like, everyone's going to be out of money, but, you know, will it be... That's tough to say. It's tough to say if there will be value left, even with that. But these wide receivers are going for a cost that the running backs are going for. Like, that's quite a bit for Thomas, man. I'm out on that. $64. Going once, $64. Going twice. Vegas is buying in. Vegas wants a piece of MT. MT, a guy that sometimes people let fall into the second round, and they shouldn't. Mike Thomas is a top 7 to 10 overall player. People, don't let Mike Thomas fall in your draft. N'Keal Harry, this is redraft, so it'll be interesting to see how hyped people are about N'Keal Harry. Current bid is $1. And that's ticking away. 13 seconds left, 12. I think N'Keal Harry bid immediately jumps to 4. I think N'Keal Harry has the potential to be top 4 to 5 overall wide receiver in 2021. I think that's how good this kid is. How will he do in 2019? That's tough to say. He could have a slow start. Sometimes rookies need a little bit of time to get acclimated, to get adjusted. I think N'Keal Harry's ability to navigate the NFL and mature fast is pretty good. I think he'll do well. Julio Jones, I think, is probably going for a pretty penny, considering that he's got top 7 to 10 snake-style draft value. Let's see where he goes. But I'm really shocked at some of the spending. This is like really high. Kamara 84, Barkley 73, Julio's at 58 currently, $60 currently, 62 currently, Barkley at 73, Kelsey at 48. That's expensive, and Julio went for 62. So Adams went for 68, Julio 62. So we're finally, I think, getting a baseline of where these wide receivers could level at. it's weird because if you're in an auction, if you've never done an auction before, or if you're learning how to do an auction, Melvin Gordon, $38. 41 for Melvin Gordon. It's weird because in some auctions, if you see a ton of spending, a lot of times, and I'm tempted to go more on Gordon here, but I'm going to let him go. A little bit of a risk there. Yeah, Gurley and Kamara went expensive, man. What did Gurley go for? Or Gurley went for 65. That's I mean, depending on... Oh, God, Gordon's still going. Somebody hit it at the last second. I was tempted to go... Someone hit it again, 46. As I was saying, if you haven't done a lot of auction drafts or you're new to it, if the spending gets out of control early, it most times can make it to where there's a lot of value at the end. But if it's out of control and then it drops off right at the if everybody does it in unison, literally no good players could be left and you could have all this money. But if you do it right, if you let people just go crazy with their spending, eventually they've got to tone it down, and then you can have some bargains. So it's a strategy. It's one of the most... I mean, your heart gets going racing when you're in an auction versus a normal snake draft. It's like, it's very anxiety driven, and it's awesome. It's fun. It's one of the most fun drafts I've ever done. Once you go auction, it's hard to go back. So if anybody's watching going, I don't like auction, like, dude, you need to get involved in auction. Auction is amazing. Juju for $53. Juju for $54. Juju current bid $55. Now compared to, let's see, where what Adams went for 68. That's not a bad value. That's actually pretty good. Let's see where Damian goes. Damian Williams, people are so down on him. And there's a reason to be concerned right now, but I don't know to what degree, to be honest. I still like him a lot. We'll see where he goes. But there's definitely risk involved. But there's also risk involved in not buying into this guy. I'll get in on some Damian Williams action. $45 for a guy sitting out the year, says Ramon. Well, we don't know if Gordon's really sitting out the year. I mean, that's what the thought process is right now, that there's a chance that he could. Zeke Elliott's 77, and he's reportedly sitting out the year, but then you have the same report, and people are freaking out about Zeke, man. I'm taking the gamble on Zeke. If it burns me in 4 or 5 leagues, so be it. I don't own him in all of my leagues. I play in a ton of leagues, so for me, it's a little easier to say that I'm going to take a gamble on. David says Adams will have 1,516 TDs in 2019. He could. It's easy for me to say I take the gamble on Elliott because I do so many leagues. If you only do 1 or 2 leagues, then I wouldn't take the gamble in both your leagues if you only do 2. But for me, man, I'll risk 4 or 5 leagues on Zeke Elliott. That's fine for me. Gordon, not so much. Gordon, I'm more worried about. Gordon, I don't know. Is if Damian Williams ends up being fine a couple days from now, this will be a decent value. Ballers is winning the bid. 2-1 sold to the Ballers. The new proud owner of Damian, the man, the transient running back, who I think is going to have a good year if he can stay healthy. If he can stay healthy, he's a top 5 to 10 running back. I really like Damian Williams a lot. Hit that thumbs up for me if you're just entering the room and help a channel out. Up for bid, David Montgomery. The true test of overspending. With a group of people that are high on him. But this tends to be those situations where people will overspend because everybody's going after the same guy. So we will see. Who here in the room that's watching and not playing has never done an auction draft before? You still with N'Keal Harry at the 1.1 in Dynasty? I think David Montgomery's really the 1.01 right now in Dynasty, but I think N'Keal Harry has that kind of value for sure. 45 is a pretty penny for a rookie running back that everyone else outside of our world, outside of the Fantasy Football Show and Sleeper U, are doubting. We are the only community that has this guy so high up. Like $50. He's going for 25 in other auction drafts. He's going for sold. David Montgomery, 51 bones, man. That's crazy. It's so funny drafting with like-minded people. Like the values are so different than when you step out into the regular world. Like David Montgomery, and I like him, dude. I think he's going to be awesome. Obviously, I'm conducting the David Montgomery train, but it's just funny how high people are on him in our world and not outside of our world. Well, I don't think they're as high on him as we are, Eric. Eric said the fantasy footballers are high on him. Well, you find a community higher on him than we are. We love us some David Montgomery. Where's Team Montoya? Team Montoya didn't show up. That's a shame, too, because somebody would have grabbed his spot. Team Montoya, man. Where are you at, Team Montoya? Very disappointed, sir. Very disappointed. Nick, you in the room? Nick's in the room. I spent a pretty penny to get him, but Odell Beckham Jr. is on Team Smitty. That felt like a pretty penny. I was not happy about having to buy him that expensive. You guys are totally spending like mad. We have Team Mystic that's near 188 bucks. And then a lot of you are well under 100. What's up, Nick? Nick, what's your team name? You're in this draft. You're in this draft, right, Nick? There's some players down there, but I got to keep it up because I need to make sure I'm paying attention here. Mahomes going for a pretty penny, but this is a 6-point TD league, just so you know, everyone, if you missed the beginning and joined late. Yeah, I'll try and scroll down once in a while. Pat Mahomes going for $46, which is a pretty penny. Going once, going twice. Sold to Gurley, 1.1. Nominate player. Joe Mixon. Okay, I'll try and scroll down. So here are the players that are available. Yeah, this Sand says what a competitive bunch. Shiv says don't draft a QB early. Shiv, we're in an auction. Ramon nominated Patty Mahomes. Well, Patty Mahomes went for a boatload, man. I actually clicked on him last before he went, and I was a little bit regretting me hitting it one more time. I was trying to drive his price up, but you got to be careful on that because you get stuck. I would be fine getting stuck with him, but that's a pretty penny. Quite a bit. James Conner on the block. James Conner, $24. Nick says if the counselor was in this, he'd nominate Ronald Jones, number 1. He might. He might. The far right, Smitty. I don't know what you mean. James Conner, $48. Going once. Going twice. Going twice and a half. Oh, you want me to scroll on the players that have been drafted, you mean? I see. Sure. So here's Connor went. I see what you're saying. I'm sorry. So here's how the order went. Zeke, 77. Tyreek Hill, $43. $48. Tyreek Hill. Yeah, Team Montoya, man. Little disappointed, Montoya. Extremely disappointed. Unless he's in a car accident or something, then I apologize. But let me check and see if I have any DMs. I don't see him. Tyreek Hill, $52, and he's off the board. Why do I hate you, Nick? Why do I hate you, Nick? You know I don't hate you. You've been with me from the start, bro. I'm glad I won't be drafting with any guys that are in the know. Says Sand. Yeah, it's hard to draft with you guys. It's really hard. And I don't know what's going to happen here because you guys are overspending like madmen. So I don't know what this is going to look like. What's the next live? I want to get in on it. Well, if you want to get in on a draft, Wilcox, you're in luck. I'm running a 48-team league draft, a real league. And it's 48 people will be in it. But guess what? It's on my live show, Wilcox. I'm doing a live. Oh, Nick, you're Gurley 101. Okay. Why do I hate you, though? Wilcox, you're going to be able to get in on this because 48 people can get in. I'm doing it during my live stream Friday, August 23rd. I start at 2 p.m. Eastern, and I go live for 24 straight hours. Roughly about 2.5 hours into that, we're going to do a live draft in 48 teams. Now, the catch is, you might say, how do you build a good team with 48 owners? I put 4 copies of every single player in the draft pool. So, Wilcox, it's like the same as drafting in a 12-team league. Your roster will look and be as full and rich as a team would be in a 12-team league because 12 times 4 is 48. So, 4 copies of every player means that at the turn, 48, 49, those are the bookend picks in the first and second round, you will have the same players available at the bookend picks in a 12-team draft. So if you want in on that. Thoughts on my Melvin Gordon choice? I don't know that that's a horrible choice. I'm not against that, Nick. I think it could work out really well for you. You could also, be bad, but I don't know. I'm less confident about him than I am Elliott, but they both could play, man. I don't know that I would definitely say that that's a waste of money. Hit that thumbs up on your way in, please. All running backs went for like 70 plus. I feel like Gordon's risk is baked. Yeah, I agree. I can agree with that. I think that's not bad. Nick G, it's more like Gordon plays. It's more likely that Gordon plays than not. When Lev Bell did yeah, I agree with that. I think Lev Bell, a lot of people think Lev Bell set a trend, and he could have. We'll find out if I'm wrong, but I think he set a trend of, hey, don't push this because you're not going to get what you want. Look, Lev Bell, best running back in the league when he did it, did not work out well at all for him. For the 48 team, we're using my fantasy league. It's the only way to pull that off. Thank you for the thumbs up. It's all on the Instagram. Antonio Brown on the clock. If you're in the room, hit the thumbs up. This is an auction draft, a real league with 11 other The Fantasy Football Show subscribers or followers on Instagram, or both, if you will. This is a very doubted young man named Antonio Brown. He's not in the best of situations, but will his talent rise? Team Montoya finally got a pick. What pick did Montoya pick? Because he wasn't doing anything for a while. Team Montoya's auto-picking game definitely was waiting in the wings. You know what's bad about Antonio Brown? $48. Rip on that if you want. The thing that sucks about this is with Team Montoya is unless he starts buying some of these players, Montoya later on, because he's auto-picked. Damn you, Montoya. Very disappointed. I thought we could get through all of this without anybody auto-drafting. But the thing that sucks about an auto-draft that has like $187 is that it literally is going to upbid everybody when everybody should be okay and be able to, buy at reasonable prices. We're going to see the auto-draft take over and be like... But so far, very interesting mock. Not mock. It says it's a real draft. Here's the last few players that went. $48. Antonio Brown to me. Deshaun Watson, 19. Godwin, 25. Lockett, 13. Tyreek Hill, 52. James Conner, 49. Joe Mixon, 51. Patrick Mahomes went for a lofty 46. Odell, 70. Montgomery, 50. Damian Williams, 40. Juju, 55. Melvin Gordon, 50. 46. Yeah, Nick, looking at that, it's not a bad value, man, actually. I don't know. I kind of regret not going after Melvin for right around that amount. I'll be honest. Feels like it could be a good... Julio, 62. N'Keal Harry, 12. Mike Thomas, 65. DeAndre Hopkins, 75. Lev Bell, 59. Christian McCaffrey, 82. Saquon Barkley, 73. Kamara, 84. Kelsey, 48. Devontae Adams, 68. David Johnson, 62. Todd Gurley, 65. And Zeke Elliott, 77. Let's go back down to the bottom. Tyler Boyd went for 37. Holy. $37. That is a lot of money for Tyler Boyd. $37. John, 48 team draft on the 23rd. Yes, sir. Team 6 has $18 left with 4. Thoughts on Brown's injury? We'll see. Not too concerned. Tariq Cohen, $1, $3. Let's check the news. Just in case I'm drafting an injured player that's out for the year. This is Fantasy Football 101, guys. You check the newswire before you draft. Chris Carson, more involved in the passing game, blah, 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 blah. Antonio Brown's dealing with frostbitten feet, guys. Oh, no. His feet are cold. $11 for Cohen, not bad. Oh, we got bid up again. Brady selling his home. Woo. Zeke yet to issue threat on sitting out. There you go. Talked about that this morning on my live. Mari Cooper let out of a deal. Okay, so I'm caught up on the news. I feel like I'm not going to draft anybody. And what's up? Chucky in the house. Thanks, Chucky, for joining. Anyone here finish an auction draft with plenty of money left? Yes, I have before, and it sucks. So Cohen went for 14. Daniel Jones. Someone going with the wow. Wow. Daniel Jones. You're predicting him to what? Take over? Because right now he's not even starting. So that's like if Daniel Jones to you is going to be a machine. I'm not saying he will or won't. I don't personally like him, but if you do believe in him, all more power to you. I'm all about being bold. That's the kind of move to make if you think that. I don't think that. I think that Giants offense is going to blow. This is what I say to the.
This is my last word. No.
That's what I think to the Giants offense. Big Ben. But hey, go on with your bad self. Who is it? Team Bronner. Don't mind me. If you like your boy Daniel, you go after him. You don't let anybody, including me, tell you. At first, I was like Daniel Jones, and I looked at myself. I'm like, did I actually nominate him by not paying attention? Wouldn't be my first or my last time not paying attention while I'm on a live and get auto drafted. Winner of my auction league last year left $16 on the table. That's tough. That's tough. Big Ben, $4. So that's a crazy thing when you see Ben go for $4 and you see Mahomes go for like near 40 or 40 what? Now, granted, I like Mahomes a lot better, but let's see here. It sucks having to do a draft like this with like multiple screens and you're streaming because it's so delayed. Everything drags. Keenan Allen on the board. $24, $25, $27. Going once. Going twice. Keenan Allen, $28. What's up, Matthew? Preston Williams, stash or deep leagues. Keenan Allen, 41. Keenan Allen, 44. We need Team Montoya to get him because then Team Montoya has some money spent. Thank goodness, Team Montoya, who is our only auto drafter. Very, very disappointed, Team Montoya. I can't say enough. Unless you're hurt or in an accident, then I apologize. And our thoughts are with you, but we've been waiting for your team to spend some money. Leonard, the big man Fournette. Projections by ESPN. I'll use my movie phone voice. Leonard Fournette projected for 961 yards and 9 TDs in 2019. Will Leonard Fournette be able to amass more yards and touchdowns than that projection? Or will he disappoint? Montoya is going after him hardcore, the computer-controlled team. $29 for Leonard Fournette. $30 would be the current high bid if someone wants to get in on the mix. Currently, Team Mystic is leading the way, and he gets his boy Leonard Fournette for 29 buckaroos. And Mike Evans is on the clock. I do wish we could have replaced Montoya, because unfortunately his computer-controlled team is just bidding everything, which sucks. Kind of ruins the flow, Montoya. Cooper. Mike Evans. 51's the winning bid. Smitty, will the Bears backfield be a committee? I don't know. Sure, they're going to. So I got Mike Evans for 51. I think that's good value. So I'm going with the triple wide receiver. Evans as the flex. I'm going 0 running back, folks, if you haven't noticed. We'll see how my team looks. Why do you think that, Poke? Montgomery looks amazing. Montgomery's asking if the Bears will be a running back by committee. I think if anything's been answered the last couple of days, haven't you seen my video that I posted on Instagram? Montgomery looks like a machine. Yep, like Sand said. How about Monty trucking the whole Bears defense? I think some of those were second teamers. Who cares, though? He looks fantastic. Montgomery's the man. Montgomery's the man. So, a lot of people are out of money. I mean, you're getting close to out of money. Kenny Golladay. Last year's bold prediction, one of them. Montoya's got 87. Let's look at a couple of the teams. So, let's look at these teams. Vegas has got Thomas and Kelsey. Oliver has Bell and Montgomery. Mystic has Watson, Fournette, Harry, Godwin, Boyd, Golladay. Devonta Freeman's on the clock. Whoops, wrong. Team Murray has Johnson and Adams. Ballers has Elliott, Damian Williams, Cohen. Team Bronner has Hopkins, Juju, and Hill. He's using the same approach I am. Nice, boy. 0 running back. We're trying it out. Team Men, I'm not sure what the whole name is. Rothy Gurley Camara. The Fantasy Football Show's got Beckham, Antonio Brown, Mike Evans. That would be moi. Hilton's on the clock now, or on the board for bidding and auctioning. Mahomes and Gordon going to the man they call Nick. Team, not Montoya. I keep saying Montoya. It was Mont and ... and I assumed it was a guy named Montoya. Monturo. Team Monturo, the auto-drafted team. Freeman, Lockett, Allen, Ertz, Cooks. Awful team. Dalvin Cook on the block, $27. Barkley, Mixon, and Connor went to Team Oakland. And last but not least, that's a good team. Connor, Mixon, it's not bad. McCaffrey and Julio to Devin. So that's pretty cool. Dalvin Cook, $45. $46. Dalvin the man Cook. Going once, going twice. Sold. Wow. I like that. That's good value. $46. I like that. I like it a lot. Nice work. Nice work, gentlemen. I wish I had money for him. Derrick Henry. Is he a top 5 running back? Is he not? That is the question. Henry, $25 is the current bid. Going once, going twice. Sold. Wow, that's pretty cheap. That's not bad. Derrick Henry at $25. I think everyone's running out of money. This is the impact of overspending. This is the ramification of spending your allowance early and having 3 weeks left of lunch money that you need. This is like the equivalent of going onto the field at lunch and playing cards, playing high and low, if anybody played that, wasting your $20 of lunch money and it only being Wednesday. Thielen, $32, going once. Thielen, $32, going twice. Sold. Adam Thielen is now proudly owned by the man, the myth, the legend they call Oliver. Oliver Queen. Anybody watch Arrow? Oliver Queen. Devin Singletary, $10, going once. Devin Singletary, $10, going twice. Smitty, I know you're high on David Montgomery, but would you choose him over Kenyon? Oh my God, I'm almost about ready to tell you to take a lap, bro. Over Kenyon Drake, dude. Montgomery crushes Kenyon Drake. Crushes him. Kenyon Drake might not even be starting. Montgomery is a top 10 running back, my man. So, honestly, saying, and I'm not going at you, I'm trying to give you tough love here. Saying this to me, hey, Smitty, I know you're high on David Montgomery, but do you think he's garbage? Is how I read that. No offense, you're still the man. You are still the man, the myth, the legend that they call Zold. So don't take that personally. I'm just trying to tell you how it computes in my brain. It's Smitty. Do you think Drake is comparable? No, I don't at all. I think it's not even close. I think it's not even. I wouldn't take 17 Drakes over one. Should we make Zold take a lap? If we weren't in the middle of an auction, I would put it up. I think I have the graphic there. Where's my graphic? Take a lap graphic. Zold. Take a lap. Take a lap, buddy. Amari Cooper, $26. Not a bad value at all. You got to like that value. When people are paying $70 like me for an Odell Beckham Jr. Help, dude. I'm being offered a trade. I have Odell, and he is offering me Cooper, Hawkinson, and a 2020 first, Superflex, tight end bonus. Depends where the draft is, bro. Or the draft, depending where the draft pick is, bro. I really hope Montgomery barely plays preseason. Yeah, I love that people outside of the Fantasy Football Show and SleeperU.com are a little bit cautious of our boy Montgomery. I'm all okay with that. I am all okay with that. Matt Ryan, 7. Matt Ryan, 8. Matt Ryan, $8. Going once. Going twice. Depends where the draft pick is, though. If the draft pick's garbage, I don't take Cooper and Hawkinson for Odell, but that's me. Matt Ryan sold for $9.55 to Oliver, the man they call Oliver Queen. George Kittle on the block. So this is me waving bye to George Kittle. $28. George Kittle. Yeah, I people in my league are going to pay. People in my typical leagues are going to pay top dollar for David Montgomery. He's not getting stolen. He won't be stolen away. Mr. Kittle, $34. Mr. George Kittle, $35. Not bad, George Kittle, 35. Nice work, Oliver. Julian Edelman, $11. David, it depends on who else you have, man. I can't tell you if Landry's a good. I mean, you could have Kamara, Zeke Elliott, and Montgomery in an auction, and then Landry would be a great wide receiver too. But I need to know who you're talking about. Diggs on the clock. What did Edelman go for? Edelman, $19 to Montuoro, who auto-drafted. Oakland's on auto-draft. What? Oakland. Hopefully he just left for a minute. We better not have 2 auto-draft teams. Devin is saying, I want Stephon Diggs. I'm really feeling Barkley might not be a top 5 running back, says Philip. Possibly barely top 10, says Philip. Philip? Top 10. Now, I was going to be okay with your top 5 running back comment because running backs fall out of the top 5 all the time, but not top 10. Philip, you're borderline about to take a lap, sir. Borderline. Charlie, $19 for Edelman. You say, geez, as in good or bad? Because honestly, I don't know what to say to that. I don't feel like that's either good or bad, and I certainly wouldn't pay it myself. But I know there's a lot of Edelman truthers out there. But I'm curious what side of the fence you're talking about. Do you like Edelman at $19 out of $200 for $200 auction, or are you saying that is not? Yeah, I'm a little disappointed that Oakland now is auto drafting. And we'll have to see. I tried to get this together last minute, and I'm hoping that everybody paid. I'm hoping that the 2 auto draft teams paid. If not, our prize money will be short. But that's all right. Winners taking all, and this is total points. Charlie's saying Edelman's a steal. Phil hasn't taken his pills. Who's Phil? Phil who? Baker, touchdown maker. Going for $11 to Devin. Next up to nominate is Oliver, nominating Josh Jacobs, running back for the Oakland Raiders, projected for 1,007. Phil Hurts. Phil, I think Barkley is the best running back in the league. Brandon Jacobs, $20 going once, going twice. Sold Brandon Jacobs, $20. Look at the difference between our world, the Fantasy Football Show, and SleeperU.com, and the rest of the world where Josh Jacobs, did I say Brandon a minute ago? Josh Jacobs goes for $20, but Montgomery goes for, what did he go for? I think Montgomery went for like double what Jacobs, no, more than double what Jacobs went for. Which is crazy. Crazy town. Aaron Jones. We've got a lot of people with little amounts of money. Aaron Jones, going once, going twice. $23? That's a pretty penny. I did say Brandon Jacobs, didn't I? I keep saying that. Why do I keep saying Brandon Jacobs? He's on my $52. Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs. I need to take a lap later for that. That's my bad. I keep saying Brandon. Josh Jacobs. I need to say it in slow motion. Josh Jacobs. Nick Chubb, $23. Going once. Nick Chubb, $24. Going once. Fill up is out. If you're in the room, guys, please hit thumbs up. I really appreciate it. It helps out the show big time. Let's see what players are available. Free up Lindsay. We have a lot of people without a ton of money. It's quite interesting. Team Mystic wins Philip Lindsay with $12. Marlon Mack is on the bidding block. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Cooper Kupp. Currently up for bid. Cooper Kupp, $10. Cooper Kupp, $13. Cooper Kupp, $14. So we'll go through the teams in a little bit again. I think once we start getting down to some low dollar amounts. Cooper Kupp, $15 going once, going twice, sold. It's my turn to nominate. James White. Madcap. What did Mac go for? I think Mac went for 16, which is not bad value. He's down at the bottom here. You might not be able to see it. Marlon Mack, $16. Cooper Kupp, 15. James White going for 8. James White going for 8. Going once at $8. James White going twice. Sold for $8 to the baller. No, I'm sorry. $10 now. Team Gurley jumping in. Oh no, okay, $10. James White, $10 to Team Mafia. Chris Herndon being nominated by the man they call Nick. What's your wow about, David, this time? Where's the thumbs up button, Sparky? It should be right in front of you. I don't know what device you're on, if you're on mobile or what, but definitely hit it on your way in the door. $10 to the Mafia. James White. Robert Woods, $8 going once. Robert Woods, $8 going twice. Ballers. Stepping up the bid. $12 for Robert Woods. Thanks, Savvy. Savvy says hit that thumbs up, and I agree. Robert Woods goes to the man they call Ballers for $12. Now Alshon Jeffrey is on the block. Alshon Jeffrey catching passes from Carson Wentz. Will he have a big year? He's projected by ESPN to have 918 yards, 7 TDs. Thank you for the thumbs up, whoever just punched that. We have 59 people in the room, per usual. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm sorry if this is kind of like a quiet live. I'm having to focus because when you draft, a mark on my face, when you draft, thank you, Sparky. It is very hard to talk about everything at once while you're drafting, commenting, answering questions. Auction in a way is kind of nicer because you can't time out necessarily. You can miss a player. But Vegas has Singletary, Mike Thomas, Hilton, Kelsey, Cooper. I'm just going to go through the teams real quick. Oliver has Bell, Montgomery, Thielen, Kittle, Ryan. That's pretty good, Oliver. Nice job. Jarvis Landry is still on the clock. Or no, he's off the board. Team Mafia. Is this Mafia or is this Mystic? Mystic. Watson, Fournette, Aaron Jones, Godwin, Harry, Boyd, Golladay, Lindsey. It's been a very interesting auction, though, I have to say. What's up, Chuck? Chuck is in the house. Got my boy Aaron Rodgers for $7. Fantastic value. Okay, Team Mystic. I like that team. You got a lot of players. So you did a good job accumulating a lot of talent. I'd say your team's going to live and die by Aaron Jones and Fournette. Godwin and Boyd are pretty serviceable. So good job there, but you definitely need somebody to step up in a major way. Sony Michel's on the bidding block. Let's look at Murray, see what Murray's got going on here. Murray has David Johnson, Derrick Henry, Devontae Adams, and Landry. So Murray's looking for wide receivers and QB and tight end. But David Johnson, Henry, Adams, Landry, Murray, I'd say you're a top 6 team, I'd say. So nice work, man. I like it. Sonny Michel at $10. Zeke Elliott, Damian Williams, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Cohen. You're ballers. You're a move away, I think, from being a team that's gonna knock people out left and right. Bronner, Daniel Jones is your starting quarterback, man. I know you're just drafting him as a backup, but Hopkins, Juju, Hill, you're taking a page out of my book. We're both going the same route. Mafia, and currently on the board is Mike Williams at $8. Mafia's got Gurley, Roethlisberger, Kamara, and James White. Going with the heavy running back artillery and going to scoop up some wide receivers later. Mike Williams at $9. My team, clearly I have some holes, but Aaron Rodgers in a 6-point TD league. Odell Beckham Jr., Antonio Brown, Mike Evans. I'm clearly going wide receiver heavy and 0 running back, but with Rodgers there, I think that's fantastic. But we'll see what happens. McCoy is on the block here. Or I keep saying block. On the bidding block, I guess you could say. Yeah, Boyd at 37 was crazy high. Like absolutely crazy high. Mahomes, Gordon, Cook, Diggs, Herndon, Chubb. Wow. Nick, you're going to like this, buddy. I think you're the front runner. It's going to make Nick's night. Nick, that's a good team, bro. Chubb is your flex. Cook, Melvin Gordon, Pat Mahomes, Diggs. You're a front runner, Nick. Without question, my friend. Your team is freaking phenomenal. You did outstanding deploying your strategy, man. Freeman, this is team auto draft. Freeman, Kerryon, Lockett, Keenan Allen, Ertz, Cooks, Edelman. It's not horrible. I mean, those are pretty decent running backs, but probably should have better wide receivers given the running backs. I mean, if you're going to go that approach, and Edelman, I guess you could say, is a lot of people like him and Allen, but let's look at the next team. Now, what is everybody going to bid here? This will be interesting. Darrell Henderson's on the block, but some news has come up where Gurley's been looking better, and we'll see if this affects Darrell Henderson's value, because it could be a little while before he gets in there. It could be quite some time. So team Bronner's winning that. And I get him, but at what cost? We will see. Darrell Henderson to moi. Team the auto draft team we just went through. Let me go through the rest of these teams real quick. Oakland's on auto draft, so I don't know what happened. Oakland picked Barkley, Mixon, Connor, Mack, and then auto drafted out of here. Calvin Ridley, my boy Calvin Ridley. Devin has Mayfield, McCaffrey, Jacobs, and Julio. That's fantastic too. My favorite two teams, I'll be completely honest, and I can be objective. I know a lot of people think I'm biased because I stick to my guns on stuff, but it's because I believe in it. I will say that I like Devin and Nick's team maybe more than mine. Nick and Devin have fantastic teams, deployed fantastic strategies in this draft. Josh Jacobs, McCaffrey, and he got Ridley. Wow. Devin, bro. Devin. Julio, Calvin Ridley, even though they're on the same team. Mayfield, McCaffrey, Jacobs. I like it, man. You're a top 3 team. Nick, you're a top 3 team. The only question is, can I get my team into position to compete with you guys? Team Murray, what are you doing letting Calvin Ridley go? Don't you need wide receivers? I think you do. But I like that team, Devin. Devin's fantastic. Chuck, late as always, but I'm here. Tips for beginners. Where is, I don't know if you're still in the room. I don't know if you're still in the room, Nick and Devin, but again, guys, you guys have top 3 teams. You guys have fantastic teams. Grant, can you show us your team? Yes. Are Nick and Devin here? Because really, guys, you guys have fantastic teams, guys. And I got Coleman, which I have to say I'm breathing a little easier having a running back. Here's my team. Good job, Nick. So I've got A-Rod, Darrell Henderson, and Tevin Coleman. I went 0 running back by design, Grant, and we'll see if it pays off. Honestly, don't know if it will. I like my team a lot. This is a 6-point for TD passing league versus 4. So the passers do have a whole lot more value. So getting a Rodgers and getting a Mahomes and getting what I think a Baker Mayfield and a Luck, if you think Luck is going to be the guy again, which I think a lot of people do, and I don't have a problem with that, then you have a pretty big advantage at QB. But going 0, it's a PPR, so going 0 running back put me in kind of a bind. But I don't know, I like it. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, Darrell Henderson is my either win a league or I've said that Darrell Henderson can never lose you a league, and I wouldn't blame Darrell Henderson for me not winning the league here. But I will say that in this situation, Darrell Henderson either wins me the league or I don't win the league. Yeah, 7 was a steal for A-Rod. So I'm doing 0 running back by design. That was my plan the whole time, and I was sticking to it regardless. I did upbid people to the point where I thought I was going to land a running back on accident, but I want to try it. I really like some of my most successful teams because if I land sleepers and they pull off the monster running back production from a sleeper perspective and value in my draft and in my waiver wire pickups and stuff, if I land a player that delivers like people aren't expecting at running back, then this team will win. That's how these 0 running back teams work. You don't win coming out of your draft. You win coming out of your draft if your sleepers land eventually. But I mean, you don't walk in when you do a 0 running back. You don't walk into many people's favorite ranked team. So you're not going to see a lot of people say, "Oh, God, Smitty's team is by far the best team." Some people might like it. Some people might appreciate where the hidden value is on my roster once I get people in place. Andrew Luck, let's see where Andrew Luck goes. $3 is the current bid for Andrew Luck. Did 0 running back and made the playoffs and ended top 3. Yeah, I love 0 running back. I don't do it in every draft, but in auction, I do like trying it. Because, I mean, Odell, Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, Coleman, and Rodgers. That's really good. And if Henderson either win, like, again, he's not going to lose me the league because I didn't take him at a value that's crazy. But Henderson either wins me the league, or I counted on the wrong. Here goes Kyler Murray. And James, let me scroll down. I'm sorry, guys. The most recent players that were taken. Let me go back up to Aaron Rodgers. So you had Robert Woods at $12, Alshon Jeffrey at $8, Jarvis Landry at $11, Aaron Rodgers at $7, Sonny Michel at $10, Mike Williams at $9, LaShawn McCoy at $4, Evan Ingram at $5, Darrell Henderson at $12. Kyler Murray's going once, going twice. Nope, someone wants it for $3. Darrell Henderson went for $12, a little higher than I wanted to pay given the new Gurley news. I figured people would be a little bit more sour on him, and that did happen because in a league drafting with the Fantasy Football Show and SleeperU.com, TheFantasyFootballShow.com, which redirects you to the YouTube show. In our world, Darrell Henderson's going to be higher ranked. Montgomery's going to be higher ranked. Pat Mahomes will be higher ranked. George Kittle will be higher ranked. Darrell Henderson went for 12. So Calvin Ridley Steele at 10. And Devin, where are you? Have you replied to me? Devin's looking good, man. Maybe Devin got off, or he's not paying attention, trying to focus on the draft. I'm not sure. But Devin, where did Breeze go for? Why isn't this auto-scrolling? It's frustrating. Breeze for $2. Not bad. I like my Aaron Rodgers for $7, though. I'm pumped about that. Corey Davis. Corey Davis going for $3. Kyler Murray went for $3. Corey Davis is on the block for $4. Drew Brees went for $2. Kareem Hunt at $3. It's only 9:46 p.m. my time. I know it's midnight. It's 12:46 your time if you are Eastern. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Team Bronner is down now on auto draft. Maybe he had to bounce. Hopefully Oakland paid up before he left. And, we'll get on those guys to try and see. I mean, Balin sucks. That hurts everybody. So I'm hoping team, not Montoya. I have a follower named Montoya, and I hope he doesn't think I'm thinking that it was him. I thought that was just the name of the guy that put it in. But it's Monta, what is it? I just hope he returns and plays out his squad. Jared Cook in the house. Team Montero. Let's look at Devin's team again. Devin, we're gonna drool over your rotten Njoku. You were the one that got Njoku. Devin, I'm gonna lock you out of SleeperU.com, Devin. No longer are you allowed to look at SleeperU.com in the rankings. I'm not gonna allow it. I am no longer gonna allow you to look at my rankings anymore. This is BS, Devin. Don't worry, Nick. I'm coming for your team next to compliment it. I know what you're thinking, Nick. Lamar Miller for $4 was pretty decent value. Drake going for $3. So, Devin, Mayfield, McCaffrey, Josh Jacobs, Julio Jones, Ridley, and Njoku. Our only hope is that Julio Jones has a foot problem or Jacobs is a bust. McCaffrey was overworked last year. That's the hope. Roster. Your team's awesome, bro. Okay, we're going to keep looking at that. When I log off tonight, I'm going to look at Devin's team one more time and say, I got to look at it. All right. But I like my team too, bro. I might do a split screen and be like, Devin's a triple. Devin's team, my team, and Nick's team. That's what I might do. Nick, where's your team? You're Gurley 1.01. Mahomes Melvin Gordon. So Melvin Gordon's, you live and die by that. Dalvin Cook, Diggs, Nick Chubb. Fantastic, bro. I like it. You've been trained very well. Where were you trained, Nick? What school did you go to? What fantasy football college did you attend, Nick? Because we all want to know. Allen Robinson for the Chicago Bears, projected for 891 yards and 6 TDs in 2019. When will you be doing another 10 non-PPR draft on ESPN? So specific. When will you be doing another 10 non-PPR, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver? I don't know, Sparky, if I'll even hit those parameters fully for you. But I think you can get your mix of some mock drafts if you just hit that notifications. If you are not subscribed already, hit subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Make sure you have everything checked so you're alerted when I go live and you can get in on these drafts. So even if I told you, Sparky, you'd need to have those alerts on or you probably wouldn't catch it. And when we do a mock draft, this is a real league. It took me some time to assemble all the interesting and grab the first come first serve requests. But in a mock draft, it's first come first serve. And so you're going to Devin, stop. Devin's amassing more talent as we're sitting here. What are you guys doing? AJ Green for $2. Devin, take a lap. Just for the first lap for just doing your job. Take a lap. It's ridiculous. And now Devin's going to win Fuller. Devin needs to take a lap immediately. It's ridiculous. Grant, Sleeper U is the best university out there. Grant, I appreciate it. I appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate all of you. We're growing so fast. Like literally, guys, from February, from our live stream that I did, the 24-hour live stream. Yes, Ramon, I agree. Devin, stop. Take a lap. Devin needs to take a break. Put him in timeout. He's overspending. We need to put a governor on his account. He's only at $9, thank God. $2 for AJ Green was pretty ridiculous. I mean, he's probably out for a while, but who cares, man? Comes back at $2. Sterling Shepard. But please hit subscribe. Please hit like. When this is all done, all the live comment chats will be archived and available when you play the video. They'll all be available real time, but the comments below will be zeroed out, and I need you, the Fantasy Football Show community, sleeperu.com community, to comment, ask me questions, get engagement going, hit the like button. And who just went now while I'm not even paying attention? I hate when I go over to the screen. Oh, $2 for Sterling. Mystic is on the clock. Let's look at Mystic's team. He's nominating Sanders. Let's review your team, Mystic. Watson, Fournette, Aaron Jones, Harry, Godwin, Boyd, Lindsey. Very, no big names other than, you could call Aaron Jones a big name. You could call Lindsey like borderline like. So, but you have a very like solid, team with Galladay, Boyd, Lindsey. It's like all those guys are the same. They're all like pushing third round value. Godwin, Boyd, Galladay, Lindsey, Aaron Jones, Fournette, Watson. Like, you literally have nobody in the top 25, even 30, but you have like 155 people in the third round and fourth round, it's a weird looking team. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just a strange, well spread out roster. OJ Howard, great value. Right now, no one has money, so a couple teams do. Mystic. Ballers is Mystic's down to so Mystic's pretty much out of money. Ballers is nominating now. Eckler. It's an interesting draft. I can't wait to look back at the prices that were paid and everything. Sterling Shepard went for $2, and then after that, you can see down the side here, Miles Sanders, pretty decent value at $4. OJ Howard, very good value at $5, and Eckler went for $5. Jalen Samuels on the block, on the bid block for $1. Team Ronner looking for Jalen. Fantastic value, Bronner. Jalen Samuels, $1. I like it, bro. It's fantastic. Fantastic, bro. I like it. Robbie Anderson on the block. Wow, $7. $7 going to Mystic. No, says Ballers. Ballers says you ain't getting Robbie Anderson for me. Or a lot of people say it, Roby Anderson. You are getting Roby. You said no. Smitty, who do you think has the best team so far? Dylan, as I've said before, I think I can be honest and say that I really do believe that Devin and Nick quite possibly have better teams than I do, and I rarely say that. At least give them an equal shot, and I think that I'll show you their teams in a second. But, I mean, I'll show you. When I show you their teams, you're going to agree. Alexander Mattison, one of my sleeper running backs that I think would be a great addition to the show, because if he gets in there, he goes crazy. He goes crazy. Damian Harris is on the auction block now. Let me show you their teams because you were asking who the best teams were. So I like my team a lot. I mean, very thin at running back by design. I don't know if that design is going to win, but by design, I went 0 running back. In theory, because I went Odell, Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, and then Coleman and Henderson as running backs. But with A-Rod, and this is a 6-point TD, passing TD league, so QBs have a touch more value. It relatively goes up. 0 running back, Dylan, is when you don't, in a snake draft, you essentially don't take a running back in the first 3 picks, but mostly 4 picks. So you don't take a running back until round 5 in a snake draft. A lot of people will say round 4. Some people even say in round 3 they take a running back. That's not really 0 running back. You could say that if you don't take a running back with your first 3 picks and you take one in the 4th round, you can define that as 0 running back. So for me to have Odell, Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, in theory, that is a 0 running back-esque type approach in an auction format, right? So that's 0 running back. And in that, I still got A-Rod. In that, I still got Tevin Coleman and Darrell Henderson. I have the 5th position in a 14th half PPR of 14 teams. Running backs are loved in my league. What should my strategy be? You might get lucky. Darius Geis is on the block here. You might get lucky and get, Zeke Elliott, which I wouldn't shy away from. I take the risk, man. I take the risk big time. So, my favorite teams, to answer the question, where is Gurley 101? Gurley 101 is Nick, Mahomes, Gordon, Melvin Gordon, Dalvin Cook, Stephon Diggs, Chris Herndon, Nick Chubb, Damian Harris. That's a very, very good team. It's a very sleeperu.com right here. Sleeper, the letter U.com, very TheFantasyFootballShow.com type of team. Smoke him if you got him. It's getting late. Thanks, Hazel. You the man. Did I answer your question? Did I answer your question, Mush? It'll be nice when we get down to all auto picks. When these two teams, Team Mafia and Team Murray are, because then it just goes into a draft mode, like it goes quick. So Devin is my second favorite team. Robbie Anderson went the last pick I had shown you guys. Marvin Jones went for 3. Hunter Henry went for 3. Damian Harris went for 1. Alexander Mattison went for 1. Robbie Anderson went for 9. Jalen Samuels went for 1. Ronald Jones and Geis both at 2. And Dede Westbrook went for 2. And I said Hunter Henry 3, right? Vance McDonald goes for a whopping 3. Team Todd is on the clock. Russell Wilson, Ballers nominates for $1. Pretty damn good value. If it holds, what do you think of Team Bronner? Says Dylan. Is that you, Dylan? Russell Wilson going once, going twice. Sold. Nice value for Russell Wilson. $1. Team Bronner. Shot Penny, $2. Bronner, so Breeze is his quarterback. So if you're looking at that, Breeze, Hopkins, Juju, and Tyreek Hill, you gotta like that core. But Samuels is the only running back. I felt a little nervous with what I had going on, but I was able to salvage my running backs a little bit. So I mean, that team's going to be hurting at running back, though. I mean, it's a similar approach that I have going, but I don't think it's been pulled off quite the same, but we will see. We shall see, my friend. Who am I going to nominate? So, very interesting draft, guys. Honestly, I think you guys all did really good. Everybody spent a lot of money really fast, which was interesting. And I think it didn't ruin everybody's chances of fielding a good team like it oftentimes can. When people overspend, it oftentimes leaves you where... I just nominated Darwin Thompson for $1 and landed him, so he gets thrown onto my bench of potential breakout running backs that I hope can emerge. Larry Fitzgerald is on the block for $1. I love that Arizona offense. I think Fitz could have a good year. And look, you can get him for $1 in a lot of leagues. So if you need a good late wide receiver, $2, go get yourself a Larry Fitzgerald at the end of your draft. So Dylan, I like your team, but you definitely don't have a ton of running backs. So I think you were going to be hurting a touch at that position because you got to have at least one or two like decent guys you can plug in. I'm not one to talk about having amazing running backs, and we have the same kind of approach, but if you're going to try that strategy again, Dylan, I think just make sure you get at least one hardcore starter. You know what I mean? Pettis for $1. Pettis for $1. Oakland is auto drafting Pettis for $1. And hopefully Oakland returns. Let me look up who's paid. It's hard to get all this organized right away. League safe. Dante Pettis, $1 to the auto-drafted Oakland, who did draft in the beginning. So hopefully he comes back. It's 10 o'clock already. My time is, what time? 1 p.m. your time, guys? Many of you. Balaj for $1. Going once, going twice. Balaj, $1. Decent appeal. We'll see how it goes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 payments. And my fear, I'm not positive, but the Montero or whatever, hopefully he's one of these. I'm not sure. Is anybody in the draft not paid yet? It's just a merely $15 entry fee, just to make it fun. Jordan Howard. Oliver nominating Jordan Howard. Pollard, $1. Balaj, $1. Pettis, $2. Kirk, $2. Fitz, $2. Darwin Thompson, $1. DK Metcalf, $1. Rashad Penny, $2. Russell Wilson, $1. That's your most recent one and bid on players. Still have 49 people in the room rocking it here at the Fantasy Football Show. If you are new to the show, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up. But no, guys, everybody watching, I'm going live for 24 straight hours. 24 straight hours. I did it before, and I survived, so I'm going to do it again. I did it back in February when the channel was brand new. And we had like 200 subscribers or something, and my goal was by the end to get 1,000 subscribers on that very show. So I wanted to get 800 subscribers in a matter of 24 hours just by going live. Let's just say the traffic wasn't there yet. The eyeballs weren't there yet. We had a very successful, I think we got to 500 subscribers or something. So in the course of that day and it cycling through, it ended up being that we got about 300 on the show, but we were brand new. So now we're at about 2,100 subscribers since February. So from February of like literally beginning of February, like 0 to 2,100, we're on a tear. And I'm going live August 23rd, which is a Friday. I'm going live for 24 straight hours. And in that, about 2.5 hours in, I'm doing a draft, a real league, 48 teams in the draft. You can grab a spot. You got to show up at 2 p.m. Eastern, Friday, August 23rd. Show up sharp. And it's going to be like a certain number of spots are going to be released first come, first serve. It's a real league. There's no entry fee. I'll give away prizes. Like if you win, you can win prizes in a sleeperu.com membership, things like that. Maybe some Amazon cards, something like that. I don't know. But join the draft, and there's 4 copies of every player. There's 4 copies of every player in the draft. 4. That means that the bookend picks for this will be 48 and 49. The end of the first round is pick 48. That's the last pick in the first round. Then the first pick in the second round is 49. And at the bookend picks, you're looking at the same players available at 48 and 49 as you'd find in a 12-team league. So that means that, and then I just drafted Royce the Man Freeman for $1. Get on my team, Royce. What was I saying? Oh, so pick 48, 49 will essentially have the same kind of players available as you would at 12 and 13 because there's 4 copies of every player. So Zeke Elliott, no Todd Gurley for 24 hours. Charles, that's correct. Chucky Fox is in the house still up late. I'm proud of you, Chucks. So you can't draft Barkley twice. You can't draft any player twice. But 4 teams will own Barkley. 4 teams will own Elliott. 4 teams will own Mahomes. So it's going to be an amazing league. It's total points. It'll be one division. And I know I've been doing a lot of total point ones lately, but it's a fun way to play. I know everyone loves head-to-head, but for these types of things, I like to do total points because we have 48 teams. I'm not doing schedules, matchups, playoffs with 48 teams. So it's going to be whoever's the highest scoring team at Week 16's end is crowned the champion of 48 players, which will be a phenomenal bragging right for you to dominate a league full of 48 people. Are we almost down to the draft? We got Team Mafia with 11 and Murray with 7, but Mafia might have. Let's see what Mafia is looking like if his roster is almost full. Then it will go into draft mode very soon. Team Mafia is looking full as can be. So one more player for Mafia anyways, and then Mafia is done and then becomes essentially a draft. Well, then we have Team Murray with 7. Murray, what are you looking like with your team? Team Murray is looking full too, right? Team Murray is full. So this is going to turn into a draft essentially in a second, which will mean that the draft will go fast and we'll get on out of here quickly. So let me go ahead and search. So if you haven't yet put that on your calendar, make sure you do. Be there for that show, TheFantasyFootballShow.com. If you ever lose your way and you get lost and you can't find the show, all you got to do is go to TheFantasyFootballShow.com and you will find your way back. You will find your way back home. So Ballers is up. Guys couldn't hang out and went with auto pick. Schmer. Yeah, I was a little disappointed that we got Oakland auto picked real quick, but at least he drafted some. So if he had to bail, that's okay. Oliver's on auto, but he's got nobody to left pick. I'm okay. Anybody's on auto now. I just was a little down that we had an auto drafter the whole time. How do you not show up for a live broadcasted show? And we'll probably be out that entry fee, so it'll be 11 times unless he does pay up. That sucks. Eddie Lacy available. Ha ha, says Hazel. Hazel, you're still here? Devin, these boys can't hang. Ramon. You guys don't have to. Remember, there's no kicker and D in this. You guys don't have to worry about any position limits. There may be some position limits at a certain point, but I don't think so. It may say you can't have like 5 QBs or something. I don't know. Devin's got a team, man. Devin, I like your team, bro. I like your team, my team, and Nick's team the most. Okay, I'm up. I'm going to nominate. Nominate Hooper. Hooper in the house. Not a bad tight end for so late. Austin Hooper, not bad. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Austin Hooper. Montoya, now it's just down to almost a straight draft. This will go fast. So if you're in the room, hang tight. If you're just joining, I know there's 45 of you watching right now. Hang tight because this is going to go fast. It might be interesting to see these auto picks and who's getting drafted. I'm going to go with my backup QB, Tom the Old Man Brady. I think he's a decent backup. I like getting Tom Brady as a backup, honestly. Smitty, thanks for the tutorial class in live auction. You're welcome, Rich. Thanks for hanging out. Hit that thumbs up on your way out, but I know you already have, Rich. Come on, let's be real. We're almost up again. I like how CJ Spiller is still like high up in the player pool. All right. Who should I grab next, guys? Give me some suggestions. We're deep. We're deep in the player pool now. We're deep in the player pool now. Thanks, Ramon. My turn to nominate. Man, I don't know what to do here. 16 seconds. I guess I'm going to do this because for right now, I don't mind having this backfield secured up. I know some people say Breda, but I'm not a Breda believer. I'm almost up again. This is going fast. I guess we'll go with AP. What do you guys think of that pick? Not bad. Adrian Peterson just as like a bench running back. What am I? Am I full? I'm full. I'm full. My draft is complete. Let's review these teams and get the hell off because it is late. And I'll actually go to the league homepage. Let me pull this over here. ESPN. Let me pull up the league, and then we'll go over it. We'll go over the teams, and you guys can grade it. Thanks, Ramon. Appreciate it. Stay here, and let's grade it real quick, and then you guys can all jump and go to bed. And everything is running at a crawl right now. Hold on one second, guys. Come on. My computer is essentially freezing. Let's leave this page. 1 second, guys. Maybe it'll take me here now. 1 second. You like that background there? Nailed it. Best show is Sopranos the best show on TV? or is it Breaking Bad? All right, let's see here. Fantasy, give me 1 second. All right, 43 of you fine folks still hanging out. Let's review these teams. League rosters. Everything's at a crawl, sorry. Breaking Bad. Yeah, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, and Sopranos. And then Banshee. If you haven't seen Banshee, like get on over to Amazon Prime right now and stop watching this and go watch episode 1 of Banshee. So Gurley 1.01, Mahomes, Cook, Nick Chubb, Melvin Gordon. Awesome team, Nick. Fantastic job. Bronner has Breeze, Samuels, Justin Jackson, Hopkins, Juju, Tyreek Hill. Very cool looking team. It's just, man, if you just would have got one more running back, Bronner, you would have been good. You're still going to compete, but you need something to happen. You need to get the next Philip Lindsay. If you do, then you're a dangerous team. Do not get me wrong. You will be super dangerous. But you definitely need to have the next Philip Lindsay. Like, that's like what you have to do. Oliver, Ryan, Bell, Montgomery, Thielen, Watkins, Kittle, guys, Howard. I think you need one thing to happen, Oliver, but that's you're competitive for sure. Monturo, who auto drafted his entire team, Cam Newton, Freeman, Carry-On, Lockett, Keenan Allen, Ertz, Cooks, Edelman. I think it needs something. It needs some work. Mafia, Ben Roethlisberger, Todd Gurley, Kamara, Westbrook, DK, Jared Cook, James White, Carson, Chris Carson. You could essentially put Carson in at, well, no, White's good at flex. You could maybe make a trade to upgrade your wide receivers. Mafia. Something I would look at for you. I think we need 10 veto votes out of 12. So essentially the two people not involved in the trade, they could vote if they want. But we need 10 veto votes to overturn any trade. We are big boys. Todd, Ballers, has Wilson, Elliott, Damian, Cooper, Kupp, Woods, Ingram, Cohen, Michelle. Not bad. I think you need one move or one player to be astronomically. I can't even talk right now. You need one player to be so much better than where you drafted him. How about I make it more simple instead of coming up with a big word to try and describe. Oakland went auto draft early, but I hope he still returns. Goff, Barkley, Mixon, AJ Green. I thought AJ Green went to Devin. That's weird. AJ Green, Curtis Samuel, Walker, James Conner. So Conner, Mixon, Barkley. It's a good team. I mean, definitely could be top 6, probably. Murray. I thought Devin had AJ Green. Huh. Wentz, David Johnson, Derrick Henry, Devontae Adams, Jarvis Landry. I think that's a top 7 team, I think. Pittsburgh, Mayfield, McCaffrey, Jacobs, Julio, Ridley, and Joku. Yeah, I mean that team. This is the team. This was Devin's team, right? This team and Nick's team and my team, I think, are the top 3 so far. And we'll get to mine in a second, which I think people will rip mine apart. And that's the thing of zero running back. You have a lot of people that hate on a zero running back look, and I'm fine with that. I came into knowing that my team would not be as highly ranked as some people's teams, knowing that what I feel I can do with the sleepers will fill the voids that I'm creating by stacking wide receiver heavy and QB heavy. Vegas Storm Coopers. Nice name. I like that. Dak Prescott, Devin Singletary, Mark Ingram, Mike Thomas, T.Y. Hilton, Travis Kelce, Amari Cooper, Devin. Yeah, that's pretty good. I would say it's not the top three. Yeah, I'll look into that. I don't know why it has that. Did you maybe not win it and we thought you did? Luck. Mystic Luck. It's a funny name. Watson, Fournette, Aaron Jones, N'Keal Harry, Godwin, O.J. Howard, Boyd. Again, this is that team, Lindsay, that has like no player in the top 25, but has like literally the entire mid third round to the back of the mid fourth round, like all those players, like right there. And then finally, my team: Aaron Rodgers, Darrell Henderson, Tevin Coleman. I know, need a lot of help there, but Henderson is going to make or break the team. Odell, Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, Austin Hooper, and then a plethora of running backs. I mean, Royce Freeman gets in there. I'm golden there. Adrian Peterson could have a little bit better year than I think a lot of people expect. Mattison could step up if something happened to Cook and be a monster. Darwin Thompson could be a monster. So I have a couple monsters in waiting in Freeman, Thompson, Mattison, and I'm not so thrilled about the AP pick, but I just feel like in a team that needs running back like desperately, that's not a bad. So there you have it. There you have it. Live auction completed and tucked away for bed, like all of you are about to. God, I'm sweating in the studio, which I haven't hooked my air conditioning back up to it yet because it's a pain. But yeah, I'll have to look into it, Devin. I'm not sure why that would be. That's a weird glitch. I'll check the rosters again and maybe your team. I don't know if you could look at your team. So if we go to League, Home, and then if I click on your team. Devin, what's your team name? I'll look into it. That's weird, though. But that does it, guys. I thank you all for joining 2-hour show, 2 hours and 2 minutes. 43 people in the room, 48 thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up on your way out. It helps the channel a ton. Get ready for my 24-hour straight live stream. When? When, you ask? Friday, August 23rd. It's coming up. Not this Friday. What Friday is that? How many Fridays away is that? 2 Fridays away? Let's look at a calendar. So today's August 6th. So not this coming Friday, not the next Friday. But the next Friday after that, the third Friday from this one, I will be going live for 24 straight hours, doing mock drafts, going and eating wings at my favorite shop, riding the electric scooter around the district in Tempe, asking fantasy football questions as I'm riding a scooter, live streaming from where I might go shopping. I'm going to do mock drafts. I'm going to do the live draft. And if you want to get in on a draft like this, I've got a 48-team draft that I'm doing about 2.5 hours into the live stream on Friday, August 23rd. If you want in at a spot, 48 teams, 4 copies of every player. So the 48 pick is the last pick in the first round, and it turns at 49. So 48 and 49 are the turn. With 4 copies of every player, you're looking at the same kinds of teams that you would assemble in a 12-team league. So you're going to have guys like Mike Thomas at pick 48 and 49. You might have 2 back-to-back Mike Thomas picks right there, or Mike Evans or Dalvin Cook or whatever. It's going to be a phenomenal draft. Be there August 23rd. Also, if you guys like daily fantasy contests, let me pull this up for you. Definitely check out Monkey Knife Fight. Let me pull that up. Monkey Knife Fight, code Smitty. If you like daily fantasy football, go to monkeyknifefight.com, enter code Smitty. They will match up to $50 of your deposit and match it so that you can play prop style betting at monkeyknifefight.com. So get on that if you like doing daily fantasy football. Monkey Knife Fight's like new to the industry in terms of daily fantasy football, DFS, daily fantasy sports. They do baseball, everything. They do prop style. And so go enter up to $50. They'll match it for your first deposit. Use code SMITTY and get on over to Monkey Knife Fight. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it, guys. You guys are the best, and the channel keeps growing. I can't thank you enough.